investigative experience prior to becoming an internal affairs investigator.
Yes.
I want to direct your attention to the internal investigation that you conducted on Travis Deane. Do you recall that began in late 2011, early 2012? Is that about right?
Yes, December 2011.
And were you directed to conduct that investigation by Deputy or Chief Deputy Mike Hoffman?
Yes, I was.
I want to show you a couple of photographs. Can I approach?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Do you recognize the photos in that packet?
Yes, I do.
And tell me, do you recall, when did you obtain those, or in terms of your investigation, when did you get those pictures?
I believe it was December 19th, 2011.
Ma'am, may I have a copy?
I'm sorry. You had the IA, so I have.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a composite packet. As part of your investigation, did you interview a young lady by the name of Kelly Capps?
I did.
And did you determine about how old she was at the time, which was like early 2012, 2011, 2012?
She was 18 at the time.
So when you interviewed her, she was 18?
Yes.
Okay. You know how old Travis Deane is, or was at that time?
I believe he was 29.
What did Kelly Capps tell you about her relationship with Travis Deane? Did she know him?
She had known, she had met Deputy Deane at the Pearson Family Restaurant where she was a waitress. Deputy Deane was assigned to the Pearson area. And as patrol, he would eat in the restaurant several times, well, once or twice a shift. Like you said, there weren't many places to eat. So they struck up a friendship at the restaurant, and they exchanged telephone numbers, and they were friends on Facebook. And she said that they knew each other for approximately 3 months.
I want to direct your attention now to this post-Halloween party. I know that you interviewed Kelly Capps actually 3 times, but I want to talk to you first about the post-Halloween party. Did she tell you about attending this party at Travis Deane's home?
She did.
And when was the party?
November 5th, 2011.
Do you know how she was invited to the party?
She was invited in person while at the restaurant, and also sent an invitation on Facebook.
And did you obtain a copy of that Facebook invitation?
I did.
May I approach?
Yeah.
Thank you. If you could please read to the board the Facebook invitation. How did you get that, by the way?
We got a copy from Kelly Capps.
Did she actually go onto her Facebook and pull it up? And
Yes, she did.
okay. So could you please read the invitation, party invitation?
The title is Traditional After Halloween Party, Invite Only Event, Saturday, November 5th, 2011 at 8 o'clock p.m. until Sunday, November 6th, 2011 at 9 o'clock a.m. In my house in Deltona, you've been invited to my Halloween party. Just as in the past, it's the weekend after Halloween. Wear a costume. I should have Yingling and Strongbow on tap, Jello shots possibly. Maybe even have a hot tub ready. Anything else, such as food, liquor, etc., you can bring yourself. I also have plenty of space to crash in case you overdo it. Donations welcome, shit's expensive.
Okay. Did Kelly Capps tell you that she had attended that party?
She did.
And who did she go with?
She went with Lindsay Haynes and Wade Hunter.
And did you determine how old those 2 individuals were in the course of your investigation at the time of the party?
I did.
And how old were they?
Lindsay was 17 at the time, and I believe Wade was 21.
Okay. Did Kelly Capps consume alcohol at Travis Deane's house?
She did.
What did she have to drink there?
She consumed beer and Jello shots.
Did she tell you how she had obtained those?
She did.
What did she say?
She said that Travis Deane had poured beer from 2 taps into a cup, handed it to her, and asked if she wanted to try it, and she accepted it.
And how about Lindsay Haynes?
Lindsay got the same drink from Kelly that was poured by Deputy Deane.
Did they say whether Deputy Deane was present or nearby, or well, if he poured it, obviously he saw them drink it?
Yes.
When you interviewed, did you also interview Lindsay Haynes and Wade Hunter?
I did.
And did either one of them corroborate what Kelly Capps had said about Deputy Deane pouring the alcohol and giving it to her?
Lindsay Haynes did.
The second photo that's in that group that I gave you, give me 1 second, so we want to get these to the board and introduce them into evidence. Just those two. Just hand them. I got this. They can just pass that down. Do you mind just looking?
Can you just pass that one?
Yeah, that's okay. Sergeant Tatum, I want you to look at the photo of the sheriff's office vehicle. Where did you get that picture?
That was supplied at the time that we had the information about the party.
Okay. And what did Kelly Capps identify this picture as something that was taken in her presence? Not that she took it, but that she saw someone one of the people she was with take that photo?
Yes, she did.
And what does that depict?
It's a Volusia County Sheriff's Office patrol vehicle with what appears to be red cups in several different lines on the hood. And I believe it's Deputy Deane's patrol car.
Did Kelly Capps tell you that that was taken at his house and that that was the car, that the patrol car parked in his driveway?
Yes, she did.
And did she tell you anything about whether or not Deputy Deane would have known that the beer pong was being played on his car?
Yes, Ms. Capps had made the statement that somebody had approached Deputy Deane at the party and asked if they were allowed to play beer pong on his car, and he said it was okay.
I want to now direct your attention to, I want to talk to you a little bit about the David system. Oops, sorry. Ask you if you can identify this document.
Thank you.
This is a warning that appears on the screen when you log into the David system.
And does that come up, if you're driving your patrol car and on your computer, does that come up whenever you log into the David system?
Well, when you pull it up in the system, yes, it comes up before you can enter the David system to access the data.
Okay, and does that require you to check the box on there before to let you into the system?
Yes, it does.
I'm directing your attention to the center paragraph on there. Does it address the unauthorized, what is unauthorized use of the David system?
Unauthorized use is anything that's being used for personal reasons outside of an official capacity.
So when Deputy Deane accessed the David system to run Kelly Capps' name, he would have seen that?
Yes, ma'am.
Would have had to click on that, agreeing to those terms?
Yes.
Okay. As part of your IA, as part of the internal affairs investigation, did you request your IT department to do a search of the Travis Deane's use of the David system?
I did.
And why did you do that?
To determine if anybody that was involved in the internal investigation had been run by Deputy Deane.
I'm going to hand you a document and ask if this is the result of the IT search that you requested.
Yes, it is.
And what does that show?
This shows the activity on Deputy Deane's laptop computer that's issued by the county. And it shows that he had run the name Kelly Capps on August 20th, 2011 at 21:41 hours.
And when you run someone on the David system, can you describe for the board what it looks like, what pops up? When he ran Kelly Capps' name, what did he see?
Once you put in the information, you click on the search, and once it finds the information that's requested, it comes up with a photo of the person that the license belongs to, along with their home address, social security number.
I want to hand you a document and ask, is that what Deputy Deane would have seen when he pulled up Kelly Capps' name? Whoops, thank you.
Yes.
And does that include the date of birth of the person that you're searching?
Yes, it does.
And why was it important for your investigation to know, or when you found out that he had actually done that?
We were able to determine that he had independent knowledge of what her age was.
And did you also check to see if he had had any business-related purpose for running Kelly Caps's name? In other words, did he do a traffic stop or something where she was involved?
I did. I checked the activity during the same time period that he ran the name and David against our CAD, which is our computer-aided dispatch, which is basically a call log of the activity of the officers. When I did the search, he was not any type of call for service. He was actually between two extra patrols in the Pearson area.
And in fact, when you interviewed Mr. Deane, did he admit to you that he had run Kelly Caps's name for personal reasons?
He did.
I want to talk to you now a little bit about the State Attorney's Office investigation of the issues that you had discovered during the Internal Affairs investigation. Did you request the State Attorney's Office to conduct a criminal investigation into Mr. Deane's actions at the party at his house?
Yes, we did.
And why did you do that?
The Volusia County Sheriff's Office Internal Affairs Unit's responsibility is to conduct administrative investigations into policy violations. We don't conduct criminal investigations. It's the sheriff's position that he would like outside agencies to do their own independent criminal investigations.
Is that for one thing, to avoid the appearance of impropriety, for the sheriff to be investigating his own people criminally?
Yes.
Right. Did you meet with someone from the State Attorney's Office who was tasked with conducting this investigation, the criminal investigation?
I did.
And who was that?
Investigator Bisley.
Did you provide any information or documentation to Investigator Bisland?
I did.
Now, during the time that the criminal investigation is being conducted, what happens to the internal investigation?
The internal investigation gets told. In other words, it's placed on hold until the conclusion of the criminal investigation.
So there was a period of time after you had begun your internal investigation that you were kind of at in a holding pattern waiting for the state attorney to conclude the criminal investigation?
Yes.
I'd like to approach the witness. I'd ask if you could identify this document.
This document is an SA 707, which is a charging affidavit that's filed with the State Attorney's Office.
And what specifically, tell us what that document shows.
The document has two charges. First one being given alcohol to a person who's under 21 years of age, and the second is open house parties.
And who is the defendant on that?
Travis Deane.
Is that was that document completed or prepared by Investigator Bisland from the State Attorney's Office?
Yes, it was.
And do you know if those charges, if Mr. Deane was ever formally charged? In other words, the affidavit was done, do you know if he was ever formally charged and appeared in criminal court and went through that process?
Yes, he was.
I want to ask you, the standard of proof for a criminal charge